Burney Falls Trail closure now expected to last until 2025. Kind of a bummer.
Nothing surprising here. Every time, these construction programs, processes happen, they usually last a little bit longer than we thought. So this is the Falls Loop Trail at Burney Falls. They're redoing the entire trail down to the bottom of the waterfall, probably one of the most popular little trails in Northern California, right? It started in April, it closed down going down to the waterfall all through the summer. And they said they were going to finish up in fall. Now they said it's going to last until at least 2025. And with winter coming, my guess is it's going to push into at least spring. So we're going to have maybe a year of this closure at Burney Falls. Now, if you still want to go, I don't recommend you going first and foremost. If you do want to go, you can still see the waterfall from the perch up above, but you can't hike down to sort of the coolest part, which is down at the bottom of the waterfall.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Yeah, it's not that surprising, but why aren't they better at estimating these time turnarounds? It seems like with the amount of money that is going into the infrastructure of all of the parks and trails and things like that, that you would be able to keep on a timeline that you set out from the beginning. But that being said, it better be badass when it's done. Like, it better be really cool and be maintainable and just be good for a decade plus.
Well, it's going to be a new trail. Like you walk down that trail, everything's wet all the time because all that water coming from the waterfall just soaks it. So it leads to erosion. And then, of course, you have heavy foot traffic. Here's why I'm not surprised. This is an $835,000 project. That's not enough money to
It's
get
not
it
a lot
done.
of money.
Yeah.
No.
So there's a lot of different, you're dealing with the elements when you're fixing these trails. Of course, like I said, the water constantly blasting must be hard for whatever, the cement to dry, like the new trail. So
yeah, but they build these cement towers to build the Golden Gate Bridge, in the bay, and that's all concrete and that's all, talk about erosion.
It's billions of dollars.
Yeah, but they built that in what, the 30s or whatever, and it's still holding up just fine. You'd think they'd be able to put a walking trail together that wouldn't erode like crazy. Look at Shasta Dam. You don't think that thing takes any abuse? I guess that's right. Fresh water, but we know how things erode and we know how to plan accordingly.
It's $835,000.
Yeah.
It's just, knowing how much money they put into all these different things in the outdoors of Northern California, like we report on all of it, I read on all of it. That is so little money.
Yeah.
So that's why. So, again, I would expect this to last until spring. I have a feeling it's going to be really hard to finish this early in 2025 due to the weather. And nonetheless, I probably would advise not to go to Burney Falls until next summer. So, take that however you want. It's not going to be the same experience. You could still see the waterfall. It's just not the same experience. And you might impact the ongoing construction.
Kind of a bummer, but again, when this is done, hopefully we don't have to renovate it again for 20 years.
They're also doing construction on Highway 89 right outside of it to sort of deal with the traffic issues they've had in recent years. So it's just an overall cluster of construction. So it's probably not the experience that you want going to the eighth wonder of the world.